Hey y'all, Wiggle here. Updating you on my little back of the greenhouse project here, trying to fix this floor. So, get back up. So, there's the floor. Walls sweated or whatever, leaky gutter. Got on the top of that concrete wall, leaked down and ruined the floor. So I got it back to that joint, cut it off. It looks pretty good from there. A little more damage than I had hoped, but I just pulled all this framing out. I put this little sump tank in there. Put some slotted pipe on either end of the outlets on it. Cap the ends. I was going to leave it like that. Built the floor back over it and leave a hatch. I ordered my pump online, so I'll get that in there. In case we do have water issues in here, we'll have a way to address it. Turns out the gray water is another 3-4 feet out the other side of this wall. There's really no practical way to combine the system. So this is going to be a straight sump system. But I probably will put a hose outlet on it where I can take some of that water, divert it back, and put it to use in the greenhouse. So my water line is going to be hard, so I have to bring my water line in underneath the floor or through the wall, either under. I'll probably just dig down a few feet and poke a hole in the brick and poke the cold water through there. So the plan is to put a 2x8 across here, and then I'll put a 2x8 on either side of that sump tank. And then I'll use these joist hangers that are already here to put 2x6. It's only about a 32-inch span, so it'll be a 2x6 coming across to a 2x8. And that was all just blocking in the floor. I don't know why I did that years back, but well, I do know why, because I was putting water barrels in here. So it was built, but the floor still failed. I didn't build it stout enough. But that was a much younger self. So anyway, I'm going to start framing this thing up. I'll show you the framing. I'm actually just going to reuse the OSB off of the walls for the floor, and I'll put something else on the walls. Because this is just going to be the shelves and storage area in here. I'm going to put that wall across these columns, have a door. Then I'll have a shelf coming down this wall where this plywood is. And I'll have another shelf here. Then you'll be able to go around and get to another shelf, or however, or put the shelf down to this end. Got to have a hallway somewhere. Maybe I'll just have a hallway in between the shelves. Come in here and have just a break in the shelves. And get so 3 nice deep shelves for storing bins and stuff. So this is not a super critical area, and I expect that the sump pump is going to create any future problem, prevent any future problems. And my sump pipe is going to just go right through this plywood. And if I can find some windows, I'll probably put some windows back in here, but this is storage, and the back porch is on the other side of the wall, so I'm not sure windows here will work. But I will definitely be interested in putting some good windows here. You can kind of see the outline of that porch through there. So you don't really need a window there, but maybe. We'll see. Maybe I'll make a door I can open and deal with, like chicks or something, put them on that side of the wall. And just have them locked in there, and I can just feed them from in here. That might be kind of neat. Some kind of rare chickens or something that I don't want running. So anyway, when I get the framing in, I'll show you the framing, and then I'll put the flooring down. Then I'll be able to just slap these doors up for this wall and get these shelves in. It'll go pretty quick once I get the floor put back together. Then I can get back on track with my office. But the same problem I have over here, I have over here. So I'm gonna have to move all this stuff over here, fix this floor, then proceed. So the fun doesn't end. So this is wiggle out for now. You know, wiggle here, just updating you on my floor. I've had some, it's either sweating or leaking down, or I'm not sure, or maybe it ran over. But right along the wall, got a lot of rot. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little piece of treated along the edge. Same with that wall, the outside wall. Just in case there's going to be more problems of sweating or whatever, seeping, then that edge of the floor won't rot out again. Because once it starts wicking in, it keeps following the plywood, the grain of the plywood, usually all the way to the seam, and then it'll start going past the seam. But that, I'm going to just put that piece of decking in there, and then my plywood. And yeah, it off gases. You're not supposed to put it inside, but this is just going to be a storage area. People really won't be in here very much or very often. It's kind of like a storage shed attached to the house. So, turns out that was a 2x10. I thought it was a 2x8. So I'm one board short here. So I'm going to bring it over just a little bit off the 16-inch center so I can have a little bit more access to the sump. And I'll also run the plumbing tomorrow along the floor joist and then up and out the corner. One thing I noticed about the way this is all gone, I've ruined the strength of my floor. Usually you use your plywood, you stagger it, and you tie the full sheets in to tie all your joists together. I've pretty much cut all that, so I've broken the strength of the floor. So I'm going to definitely put a full piece from that corner all the way back as far as 8 feet will let me. And if it's not 8 feet, I'll have to cut off, but I need the full, biggest piece I can get going back that way to tie these two sections together. That'll help. Then I'm going to have a hatch here, so that blows the strength of this section. So I'll try to tie this one piece here up to the hatch, and then this piece here, one piece as much as I can get. So one full piece to the right of the hatch, one full piece to the left of the hatch, one full 8-foot piece there, a little piece there, and a little piece here. And I have some 3/8 plywood, which I think is what this is. So this originally was 7/16 and 3/8. And there was this stuff I had. It was cheap. That's why I made the floor. So I'm just going to match the floor back with what I've got. And I've only got like one sheet of 3/8. So I'm going to use that in this area to try to level the floor as much as possible, because most of the foot traffic will be coming right through here. So I want this part as flat as possible. So I'm going to see if I can come up with a piece of lumber tomorrow, hopefully. See if I can come up with all the plumbing, at least get it plumbed up, ready, waiting on my pump. I'm also going to have some batteries set up in here, which will also be interesting. So, well, tonight I also got to find something to cover that wall with. Seeing as how it's like 80 inches, maybe I'll try to find some old doors. Just use all of my old doors I've got to close in both these walls. I might have enough doors, I'm not sure. But I'll just have to see what I come up with tomorrow. So this is where I'm at. I'll put some nailers, put a nailer in here where I had cut off even with the other floor joist. Then I put a little 2x4 sideways for that little flap. There's another block in there. It's just one little piece that's kind of flapping, so I just put that 2x4 in there like that. So as soon as I find one more board, I'll be ready to start cutting up this OSB and putting it down and building the hatch with hinges and all that kind of stuff. So that's where I'm at. I'll update you tomorrow. I'll show you when I get the plumbing in and before I start closing this in. And once I close it in, I'm going to put up shelves. There's going to be shelves all on this wall, so I've decided I definitely don't need windows. I'm going to use the whole wall of shelves all the way up and down. And the same goes for this wall. Shelves all the way up and down. And then I'll leave the middle open for now. Probably just one row of shelves all the way down the middle. That's about all I'll probably get, but I want to have nice wide shelves for a lot of storage. So I don't know, maybe I'll put a big work table in the middle here. I don't know. Anyway, I'll show you more later. This is Wiggle out for now. Thanks for watching.